Hello, everybody.
All right, Larry, EA. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down following the run. From the gun, Rasmussen, and the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 97 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Operating from the gun, Rasmussen, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw, Rasmussen. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rasmussen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they try the right side here. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On play action, they'll throw. Big hold to the 30. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Around the NFL, here's a surprise from Philadelphia. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw here. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, we're about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, Rasmussen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't throw up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. At the end of 1, 6-0 is our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on 2nd down, Rasmussen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Lions on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hang on now. Boom,
From the gun, Rasmussen. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Jeff Locke now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Green 39! Green 39!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Let's go! 319! 319!
He'll look to throw, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up a throw, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So now the field goal team comes on, led by the kicker, Kerry Spear. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
On 3rd down, it's Reed, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go now. Green.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. To throw on second down, Rasmussen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! No, check, Patriot!
On first down, Rasmussen finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run on the draw. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rasmussen. Throw left side complete. That's George. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. on first down. Rasmussen. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much short of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Looking to throw on second down. Rasmussen. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Catanzaro now for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slam. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions want to continue to give their fans something to cheer about in the second half. The Steelers haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now following the fumble, Adams got nobody around him on the catch, and this play will go for 6 as they jump out in front 6-0. Lions with the ball late in the half. Reed's found on the quick pass and catch, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Lions up now by 12. Still late stages of the second. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Lions defense happy to get off the field. Offense now with the shot after the pick. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and this goes 12 yards for the score. Lions go up by 18. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back up to Ford Field as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
This will be taken short. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys that got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Rasmussen. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Rasmussen. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got room. And now running right through it. That goes for a gain of 31.
As as we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go. Green 39.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green.
From the gun, Rasmussen. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal in the red zone this time. Back to throw. Rasmussen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Let's go. Blue landed.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Here we go now.
run now on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now here's a carry heading left. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Watch it now, Barney.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. To throw on 2nd down. Rasmussen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go.
first down. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 1st down, Rasmussen. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 19 yards that time for number 19. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2-2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time.
Okay.
That's the way they've got to play this. One play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye.
There.
One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield,
But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points. They're by the wayside on that one.
Looking to throw. Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Timeout defense.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On third down, it's Reed. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. Whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. The Jaguars able to come away with a victory there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your...